Hello guys, welcome to our channel TechnoUniverse. Tesla has amassed an impressive list of recognitions, including being the world's largest automaker by market capitalization, the best-selling vehicle in several countries, and the most compelling brand since the Grateful Dead. Now the company has added another addition to its corporate capitalization. Tesla's Fremont Factory has been named the most productive auto plant in North America. According to Bloomberg, Tesla's Fremont Factory in Northern California was the most productive automotive plant in the United States, outpacing 70 other plants in the country. Our biggest limitation with Fremont is convincing enough associates to build cars when they have so many other job opportunities in the Bay Area. Thanks again, Tesla team, for doing the hard work of building real products that people love. Elon Musk's California plant produced more than 70 other North American plants combined. Tesla's original California factory now holds the title of being North America's most productive auto plant. Last year, Tesla's Fremont factory averaged a weekly production pace of 8,550 vehicles. That's about 1,221 cars per day, 51 cars per hour, or about 0.85 cars per minute. However you break it down, the Fremont factory's manufacturing prowess showed its domination in 2021 as it was the most productive automotive factory in the United States in 2021, outpacing Toyota, BMW, and Ford factories that have long created the most robust figures of car production in previous decades. According to a Bloomberg analysis of production data from over 70 manufacturing facilities, Tesla's Fremont factory produced an average of 8,550 cars a week in 2021, beating Toyota's Georgetown, Kentucky plant, which produced 8,427 cars per week, BMW's Spartanburg, South Carolina spread 8,343 cars per week, and Ford's Dearborn, Michigan truck plant 5,564 cars per week. If it appears that Tesla barely edged out Toyota, consider that the Japanese car maker's old Kentucky home is almost twice as large as the Fremont Finca, so Tesla is producing far more vehicles on a per square foot basis. The history of the Fremont factory tells the story of long-standing automotive companies that simply vacated the factory to make way for the next big thing. GM operated the plant in the 1960s. Then in 1984, Toyota's new United Motor Manufacturing Incorporated partnered with GM to run the plant. Ultimately, GM's bankruptcy in 2009 left the 5.3 million square foot plant vacant. Tesla took ownership in 2010, renovated several portions of the factory, expanded production availability, and currently has more than 10,000 active employees at the plant. The Model S, Model X, Model 3, and Model Y are all produced at the site. The years 2020 and 2021 were arguably the darkest in recent memory for the global automotive market. Only resembled by perhaps the 2008 recession, which brought GM and other automakers to their knees, the 2020 COVID-19 pandemic was a dark spot in an emerging sector. Tesla had essentially influenced an entire sector to rethink its strategies, causing the rebirth of American automotive manufacturing to take a turn. Rather than continuing to develop gas or petrol-powered powertrains, legacy automakers have shifted to EVs. The entire industry shift could be based on the fact that Tesla has converted a large number of drivers to electric vehicles, as evidenced by production figures. While Tesla has only one operational U.S. plant as Gigafactory Texas nears production soon, its North American customer base has been accepting cars from the Northern California plant. However, this one plant has managed to avoid heavy delivery delays due to bottlenecks in the supply chain and part shortages and become the most proactive American automotive manufacturing facility in 2021. Most notably, Tesla has continued to increase its annual production capacity as a business. Last year, it was primarily due to the massive production figures of the Gigafactory Shanghai, which accounted for the majority of vehicle deliveries as Tesla's main export hub to the highly competitive European market. In 2021, Tesla delivered 936,172 vehicles, up 47% from the previous year. Tesla increased global production by 83% over 2020, which totals 930,400 in 2022 vehicle levels in a year when global auto production was stifled by supply chain shortages. Shanghai's other auto plant tripled output to nearly 486,000 vehicles. In the coming weeks, Tesla is expected to announce the start of production at 2 new factories: Gigafactory Berlin-Brandenburg, its first in Europe, and Gigafactory Texas in Austin. Musk said in October that he plans to further increase production in Fremont and Shanghai by 50%. Once Tesla flips the switch on 2 new factories, what comes next? Musk has a long-standing target to increase vehicle deliveries by roughly 50% a year. To continue such growth, Tesla will need to either open more factories or make the facilities even more productive. Musk said in October that he's working on both. Site selection for the next Gigafactories begins this year. Last year was not a good one for the legacy auto industry. Supply chain snafus forced most automakers to curtail production, but Tesla was able to increase its global production by 83% compared to 2020 levels thanks to its vertical integration, specifically its in-house software development. The auto industry has been in mourning for months as a shortage of computer chips forced it to halt production, sometimes for months at a time, resulting in empty dealer lots and skyrocketing prices. However, one company appeared to be oblivious to the crisis. Quarter after quarter, Tesla has set new records, selling nearly twice as many vehicles in 2021 as it did in 2020. What's the secret? Tesla and its usually voluble CEO have said little about how the carmaker ran circles around the rest of the auto industry, as the New York Times put it. However, it's becoming clear that Tesla's unified computing architecture and control over its software was at the very least a major factor. Tesla, like every other automaker, was unable to obtain sufficient quantities of the chips it had ordered. It was, however, able to rewrite its software to take advantage of the available chips unlike them. We have used alternative parts and program software to mitigate the challenges caused by these shortages, the company said in its third quarter of 2021 earnings report. Because suppliers control their computing software and hardware, the legacy automakers didn't have that option. According to the Times report, automakers relied on these suppliers to deal with chip manufacturers in many cases, so they lacked bargaining power with the chip makers. Tesla, born in Silicon Valley, never outsourced their software. They write their code. Morris Cohen, a professor at the Wharton School of University of Pennsylvania, told the Times. They rewrote the software so they could replace chips in short supply with chips not in short supply. The other car makers were not able to do that. Tesla controlled its destiny. Skeptics might point out that the supply shortage is the primary reason Tesla was able to outproduce a manufacturing powerhouse like Toyota. Others argue that this only adds to Tesla's achievement, not diminishes it. The climate in the auto industry and elsewhere is changing fast, and the small furry mammal is beginning to run circles around the lumbering dinosaurs. Anyone who doubts Tesla's inability to maintain its higher productivity should consider the following. The Fremont Factory is a mishmash of old and new technology that Tesla has cobbled together over the years in a former GM Toyota plant. When we first went in there, we were like a kid in his parents' shoes, said Elon Musk at the shareholders meeting in October. Now we're like spam in a can here. How do we fit more stuff? The new factories in Austin and Berlin are very different animals custom-built by Tesla to be models of efficiency, and their state-of-the-EV art lines are expected to start cranking up within weeks. Tesla hopes to be producing 1 million vehicles per year at the Texas Gigafactory once it reaches full capacity. That's almost 20,000 vehicles per week. So that's a wrap for today. Thank you for watching. If you would like to receive updates about more tech-related news, do not forget to like and subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon for more updates. In your opinion, will Tesla be able to continue to retain its position of being the most productive factory in the future? Thank you for staying with us.